A Little Princess, Chapter 19, A Party.
Hi guys, today I'm going to read you a book called A Little Princess, Chapter 19, A Party.
Sarah looked
at Ermengarde, waiting to hear her friends' ideas. This afternoon, I received package from my favorite aunt, Ermengarde began. She told Sarah that the box was packed with wonderful treats, cake, meat pies, and tarts, buns, oranges, and chocolate. There was even apple cider to drink. Ermengarde was very excited. I could sneak downstairs for the box and bring it back here. Sarah clutched Ermengarde's arm. Do you think you could? Do you really think you could? We could pretend to have a party. Would you invite the prisoner in the next cell? Yes, cried Ermengarde. Let's knock on the wall now. Sarah went to the wall and knocked 5 times. That means come to my cell, she explained. The next moment, Becky came through Sarah's door. She stopped short when she saw Ermengarde. It's all right, said Sarah. Miss Ermengarde wants you to be here. She's going to bring us a box of food. To eat? Becky's eyes widened. Yes, we are going to have a party. Ermengarde hurried away so quickly that she dropped her red shawl. Someone just before things get to their worst. Something wonderful happens, Sarah said. It's like magic. Now let's set the table for the party. But what will we use? Becky asked. Ermengarde sure can be the tablecloth, Sarah said. I'll look in the old trunk I had when I was a princess. I'm sure I'll find more things that we can use. Becky covered the table with the shawl while Sarah opened her old trunk. Inside, she found some white handkerchiefs. Sarah ran to the table. Let's pretend these are plates made of finest china. The girls decorated the table with flowers from a straw hat. They used some scraps of paper to make a tiny fireplace in the fireplace. Sarah turned suddenly to see Becky standing by the table with her eyes shut. There was an odd look on Becky's face. What's the matter, Becky? Sarah asked. Becky opened her eyes. I was pretending it was a real banquet, miss. Just like you do. It's all my work. Sarah laughed. Keep practicing, Becky. That when Ermengarde returned, she gazed around with delight. Oh, Sarah, you are so clever. It looks like a real party up here. It's like a queen's table, said Becky with a happy sigh. We're pretending to hold a banquet in a castle. Ermengarde, you must be the princess, Sarah insisted. No, it's your role, Ermengarde said. Sarah grinned. Well then, let's begin the feast. The girls sat down. They had just begun to eat when they heard a noise. All three sprang to their feet. Someone was coming up the stair. They all recognized the angry footstep at once. When Miss Minchin threw open the door, her face was pale with rage. So Lavinia was telling the truth, declared the headmistress. Something is going on up here. Sarah and Ermengarde looked at each other. Lavinia had guessed their secret and told Miss Minchin. The headmistress laughed at Becky. You are fired. You leave tomorrow. Becky ran from the room. Sarah stood quietly still, but Ermengarde burst into tears. Don't send Becky away, cried Ermengarde. My aunt mailed me the packet. We're only having a party. So I see, Miss Minchin snapped. With the Princess Sarah at the head of the table, she glared at Sarah. You the one behind this. Ermengarde wouldn't think of such a thing. I'll deal with you tomorrow. You won't have anything to eat all day. I haven't had much to eat today, Sarah said quietly. Miss Minchin ignored her and scolded Ermengarde. You brought your beautiful new book into this dirty attic. Take them back to your room. You will stay there all day, and I'm going to write to your father. What would he say if he knew you were where you... What would he say if he knew where you are tonight? Something in Sarah's gaze got Miss Minchin's attention. Miss Minchin spun back towards Sarah. What were you thinking about? She demanded. Why are you looking at me like that? Sarah responded in a low voice. What would my father say if he knew where I am tonight? How dare you! Miss Minchin flew at Sarah and shook her. Go to bed right now! The headmistress picked up the books. Then she swept the food into the box and threw it at Ermengarde. Pushing Ermengarde ahead, she left the room. Sarah was left standing. Sarah was left standing alone in her room. The last spark had died out in the fire. The table now looked like nothing more than some old handkerchief and fake flowers. Sarah turned to her doll. There isn't any party left, she said sadly to Emily. Then she climbed into bed and closed her eyes. She didn't see the face peering at her through the skylight. And that is the end. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.